Hello friends, good morning again. Welcome back. And today uh, we are going to check about the vSheild manager basically. And we're not going to do anything about like installation. I want to check it out how you configure the NATing on vSheild manager. So because the vSheild manager is already deployed, so let me give you an overview of how exactly my lab is configured so that you don't have an understanding how exactly. Now if you see, I have a machine. From the earlier videos I already told what is my configuration. So this is a machine, this is a desktop machine with 32 gigs of RAM running i5 processor. Now these are the VMs. This is a nested environment, by the way. So I have one domain controller which is also hosting an iSCSI virtual hard drives for ESX, and this is the VC running 5.5, and this is the vSheild manager running 5.5, and I have two ESX servers running 6 gigs of RAM each. Okay, so this machine here is actually the VC which showing us the 107, 106, 105 or the IP addresses which I'm using, so it is easy for me for identification. So this is the machine, vc.mycloud.com is the one which I'm right now RDP'd into. So from here we're going to configure. So I'm not going to run any vSheild configuration. I'll do it some other time, but I think there are various blocks which can explain this, as it is very straightforward. Now coming back here, if you see, I logged into the VC. I can see two ES6 servers, and what I want to do is here first deploy a edge. So I want to see how exactly I can able to have isolated environment, configure the NATing, firewalls and everything. So once you configure vSheild manager, if you go to the data center, you should see network virtualization here, which right now I just deleted the old things so that I can show you the new things. Okay, now coming here, my plan is I want to deploy a new edge. Before that I want to check it out what are the port groups I have configured. So for testing purposes I configured a DV switch, and I have a port group called test, because I'm going to use this for configuring for the server. Okay, now going back here, I'm going to select, click on the green mark here. Now it is asking what is the edge you want. I just give as edge 01, and I also give host name as edge 01. If you select the enable HA, it will be like a fault tolerance. So for testing it's not required. I'm going to click on next. Okay, now I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to leave as defaults. Now compact size is very much enough because it's only for testing. Here if you want to deploy the edge appliances, you need to provide the details here, so it will get deployed, or you can also do it in the later part also. So I'm going to go next. Here configure the interfaces for this gateway. Here I'm going to configure the external interfaces. So click on here, I give as external, and you need to select the uplink, and it is connected to the test environment, and the IP addresses you need to give here. I'm going to add like this. Please remember this will be the external IP. That means this is the WAN facing IP. .2.1.10. So and give subnet as. We can always give more than one. So in this case I'll give one more because it will be useful when you are DNATing it. Save it, add it. So you can also add further also, like internal. I want to do that later, so I just keep it like that. Next, it's asking for the gateway, because I told you that we're going to configure. Okay, let's go back. I can see like 2.110, 2.11. So you can give a gateway. So this gateway is nothing but my router which is sitting here, which is actually the internet router, ISP router. Okay, so let me tell you. So what will happen is my plan is client will have an IP of 10.1.1.10, which is NATed to the external interface of the edge, which is nothing but which we just gave, which is 192.168.2.110. right? Now of course it can't go out reach out the internet, right? So what we need, I'm giving a gateway for this external interface as 192.168.2.1, which is actually the WAN facing gateway. Okay, that is what I'm trying to do here. So let's go next. Given that, next, I'm not going to configure any firewall. We can do that always, but let's try to, because by default it will be deny and disable, so you can also put accept and enable. So next and finish. Okay, so if you see, the edge is deployed, but there is no appliances, edge appliances are being deployed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy. So however, actions, and I'm going to click on manage. Okay, come down and you will see edge appliances here, which I showed you earlier. You can also do it while configuring this, but I want to show you how you can deploy. So select the cluster, I'm just going to select this one, any data store, any one host, folder is not mandatory, add. Now it will start. If you see the edge 01-0 is getting prepared, if you see, it is showing us deploying the edge machine. So it will take a while, so please bear with me. Okay, it's almost done, deployed. Now I'm going to manage this actions, manage this. Now if I go edge appliances, you can clearly edge appliance is deployed. What I'm interested is here in configure. If you see, we already configured the external interface, but I told you that we can also configure the internal interface after it is deployed. Now I'm going to configure this one. So I'm going to select this, click on edit button and give the some name. I'm going to give internal 10.1.1.1, and of course it is internal. I'm going to select don't want to select this virtual LAN. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me create a port group so that it will be useful. Oh, okay, I think we have a standard distributed port group. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me create a port group here. New port group, and just give as NAT-testing. Okay, I'll go back. Where am I? So select this. Okay, sorry for confusion. So now it is given as internal 10.1.1.1 and select distributed group. You will see NAT testing here. select. Now what exactly is the IP addresses? Whatever the IP address I'm going to give here can act as a gateway. So for example 10.1.1.1, and I give a subnet as 55255.255. Yes, you can give multiple IP addresses for this one, but I don't see a necessity, so can't save. I don't really mess with things, so I just click on save. So we have internal interface and external interface. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, okay, sorry, this one, open the console of NAT test VM. It's a Windows VM. It's a 2008 machine. Now I'm going to configure the IP of this machine as 10.1.1.10. One dot one dot one 525, sorry, it's 10.10.10, and gateway is 10.1.1.1. I'm not going to give any DNS server, just click on OK. So we got the network. So let me see if I'm able to reach the gateway. Ping 10.1.1.1. Yeah, it's reachable. Now let's see where I'm able to reach the external interface, because vSheild automatically does the routing. So this is external interface. Let's see. Two dot 168.2.110. Yeah, but if you see 2.1, nothing is happening. You know what is the 2.1? 2.1 is actually the gateway which we configured for the external interface. Yeah. Now if you see here on the right side, the icon, it is showing us no internet access. Now we are not going to configure a NATing here in order to make this our NAT test machine to reach out to internet. Yeah. Okay, how I'm going to do that? So in vSheild, right? Okay, let's go here, NAT. How exactly came to this one? So I selected here, I went to network virtualization, I see the edge, actions, manage, and then go to NAT. Yeah. Now there are two types of NAT here. This is a SNAT and DNAT. So I used to have a confusion about this one, how many times I do that, but later I went through an article and now I find out. Now SNAT, I want to put in a simple way, SNAT into out, DNAT out to in a simple way. So SNAT, what is SNAT? Is nothing but the client machine need to go out and contact to internet, then it's a SNAT. But if you want to come from outside and reach out to the server inside, which is behind the vSheild, then it's a DNAT. Okay, but here is the main part. SNAT rule and DNAT rule doesn't matter, but still both we apply it on external interface. Sorry, not external interface. Okay. right? Okay, let's see how I'm going to deal with SNAT first. Okay, my challenge is I want to reach out to internet. Obviously I can clearly says that this is not able to reach to internet, and you can also confirm by going to google.com. Now it's not working. Now I'm going to use the SNAT so that it should be able to reach out the internet. How I'm going to do that? So I'm going here, natural virtualization, here create add SNAT rule. Here apply down, this is the main part. You need to select interface. Okay, and original IP is nothing but the subnet where exactly 1.1.0/24. So whoever is the whoever is the part of this subnet, not only NAT test one, you can have multiple machines who are owning the IP in this subnet, which is 10.1.1.2 to 10.1.1.254, because .1 is a gateway and 55 is a broadcast. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, whoever the part of this one should be translated to this one and enabled. What exactly this all gets coming from 0 subnet will be created as 110. Okay, this is what. So what will happen? This rule will do is whatever the IP, whatever the packets coming from this subnet will be converted into this IP address. So click on add and publish the changes. Okay, now let's go here. You need to wait for a while, but let's see if I'm able to reach. Earlier I was not able to reach 2.1. Let's see now. See, once the natting is done, I'm able to reach internet. Okay, and still I can see an icon, but please wait for a minute. So obviously this yellow mark will be gone. You need to wait for a minute. Meanwhile, search for google.com. Obviously it will fail. I'll tell you why it is failing. I'm more interested in getting this yellow mark resolved, so I need to wait for a minute. Okay, I paused for a couple of minutes, and you see that now it is changed to network. You have internet access. How do I know? I'm going to ping the public DNS. It's pinging. So let's try to go to google.com, and I'm expecting it will be failed. The reason is, if you see, if you ping from here, it will also fail, because the error is it cannot able to find the DNS IP address. So we didn't configure any DNS, if you remember. So what I'll do, that is the reason I didn't configure, to show you might end up with error. So go here, give the IP. Now we should do the magic, and we should be able to get the web page, but need to wait for it because it is actually running the queries to the public DNS. So it will take time to respond back. You need to wait for it. See, we're done. So you can access any. You can also check with Yahoo. First time it will take. Why? Because it's going to probe the DNS to get you the details. So you need to wait for it. Good. So now you understand what is a source NAT, right? So if you see, now we are done with the source NAT. That means the client is able to reach out to the internet. Now the other part, which is a DNAT. So why exactly DNAT? Imagine I want to reach out, I want to talk to this take an RDP, because right now if you see, I actually took the remote console through my vSphere page. I don't want to do that. What I want is, I want to actually take a RDP session of this one. So let me enable the RDP, allow, okay, apply, okay. Now if I type ipconfig 10.1.110 is this one. So if I go here, oh sorry, not here, if I go to the vCenter, I'm not able to reach it. Okay, obviously now DNAT comes into picture. What exactly DNAT is? Out to in. So we're going to use a public IP or different IP, and it will be NATed back to the source IP. That means like this, I'm going to use here 192.168.2.11, which we configured earlier, and to 10.1.10. That means when you access this IP, it should be DNATed. Destination is 1.1.10. it will be DNATed to this one. So I should be able to get this the RDP of this one. Okay, so for testing, what I'll do is I'll leave this one like this, so that when you take an RDP, we should see 1, 2, all these 3. I have 3 windows, it should be done. Okay, now let's go and add a DNAT. So coming here, add a DNAT rule. Again, we're going to interface, client range, original range is 192.168.2.1111. See, that is the reason. If you see earlier, if I go to here, I configured 2 IP addresses to show you DNAT as well. Of course you can use 2.10 also. Okay, I'm just using 2.11. so come here, DNAT rule 192.168.2.1111. come into 1.1.1.10. okay, so yes, you can specify a particular protocol RDP, which is 3389 is a RDP, but this is a testing, so I just want to show. Yes, and publish. Okay, now what I'm going to do is 92.168.2.1111 connect. It should ask me, first of all, let me see if I'm able to ping it or not. Yes, I'm able to ping it. Okay. See, there's a problem. I applied this on internal, so it should be external. Sorry. Come down, external, save, and publish the changes. Happens, it's always learning. So now click on connect. Now see, other account, just give 192.1, sorry, not that, 10. Because I don't remember the host name, so I just give IP address. See, so earlier I told there are three windows, and you can see like all the 3 windows here. but if you see the vSphere console, it should have got locked. Why? Because we took an RDP session. Yeah. So this is how you configure the SNAT and DNAT. If you see, source NAT is something like converts the source IP into destination IP. This is something like many to one. If you see, like the whole subnet can be converted into the IP 2.10 and reach out the internet. It's an easy part, but when coming back, right, it is a tough part. You can't really have like same like source NAT. This is like one-to-one from the DNAT. That means each IP will reach the other IP. So yeah, I understand that it will be like really problem, but how can we use the same IP for different machines? That is using the port names. For example, 3389, you can put like for you can change the default RDP of Windows to like 3389 3390 like this, and you can specify the ports, or you can use the range of IPs in order to reach a one-to-one. So DNAT is one-to-one, whereas source SNAT is like many-to-one. Yeah. Okay, so this is how we configure basically the NATing in vSheild. So hope it helps, because I came across blogs, but I was not confident enough. I just thought of like I will make a video and give to some of my folks so they can learn. Yeah, thanks guys, thanks for your time, have a good day.